Seven Trumpets Prepper. Guys, in this video today, before we get into the content, I just want to say that I hope the Most High Yah rests Rob Skiba's soul. He was a warrior for truth, and not only that, for the flat earth truth. I hate so badly that we couldn't work it out on scheduling and everything to get him out to the Restoring the Foundations conference, but it's just like all things, folks. We're all busy out here, and him and two others was the only three that we just couldn't work it out schedule-wise between me and Brother Joel trying to plan everybody out to come speak at the conference. And now I really, really regret that, because we do it again here this year coming up. That's not going to be an opportunity anymore. Wearing this today in honor Brother Skiba. And guys, if you haven't checked out his content, by all means, you know, I know I brought him up I don't know how many times over the years, but you need to go over there and enjoy that content. Because that's pretty much all you're ever going to get of it, you know, at this point now. I want to tell you something, is that life is precious, life is finite, and life is short. You know, a lot of people probably watch my content and they're like, this guy's just a youngster, he don't know anything. I might look pretty young, but I'm almost 40 years old, folks. I've been around the block a minute, okay? And, you know, one thing that just really, really hit me hard the other day, and it's crazy because that was just the other day that this went down, and then I found out about Rob today. The other thing that got me was the other day I took my mom and dad out for breakfast, and I was helping my dad back to the car, and he's had, you know, health problems and stuff here lately, and by the grace of Most High, is doing better. And he told me while he was walking on his cane, he said, I hate this. You know, because he said I always was able to come and go as I wanted, do as I wanted. And we had a long discussion about how that, you know, it comes to us all. And I said, well, Dad, I took John to dinner the other night, and I'm sitting there and I was just looking back at the situations. You know, now I'm getting gray in my beard, and my son's in the prime of his life, about to be, you know, 18, coming up this year. And it's just, you can see the progression of time. You can see the progression of people's lives, and how we all, from the cradle to the grave, life is but a snap. And we are living in times right now that people that are not people of faith, okay, are starting to see a realization that they've never seen a time like this ever. Excuse me. And when you look at everything in retrospect to where we are in the closing pages of the history of humanity, it should absolutely send a resonance of energy through everyone's backbone and spine, all the way, that tingly feeling that time is very short, and we need to make our decision firm, because you either serve Yah or you don't. That you either keep the Torah or you don't. You either keep the Father's commands or you don't. You know, I mean, I've got so many videos to make here very soon about so many different things that has come to mind since I was actually on vacation and had time to clear my head. One of the most important things we need to be doing right now is that whatever sins that, like our pet sins, whatever stumbling blocks, whatever people that would be a hindrance to us, even if it's family or friends, if the job's telling you to take the pokey, you know, your family's telling you to take the pokey, anybody that's telling you to take the pokey, and them people need to cut loose. But now that's a whole other topic. Don't want this video pulled just because of that alone. We got plenty of stuff to talk about nowadays on that subject matter over on Odyssey. If you haven't went over to Odyssey, you can subscribe in the video description below. Appreciate everybody that's already come over there. Guys, I will be having some special content coming up over there this week that's only on Odyssey. This week coming, that would be on the pagan Roman calendar. And shout out to everybody keeping the Shabbat day today. But ladies and gentlemen, I mean, like, you do not know the day nor hour that the Son of Man's gonna come. I mean, we can get it pretty close, because when we see the trumpets start popping off, we know it's almost a Rapsky. But one thing about it is that, like, when I woke up this morning and I seen D Marble actually posted it, and I know when Daryl posted it, it's legit. When I seen that Rob had passed away, it was a very clear, definitive thing to me that there is many saints that are falling asleep right now that will not see the events that are to unfold. But many of us, I hope and pray, will live to see the events that are to take place. I want to see every last bit of it to the very, very end, to the last trump. And I pray I'm counted worthy. I hope my name is remembered in the book of remembrance, in the book of life. And I hope that for everybody that believes. But I want to see every last bit of this thing, because it will put a ever solid foundation in my spirit to never want to revisit the past that led to this fall of this first world. And the new world to come, I know, will be a beautiful, peaceful place, and I want so badly to be a part of it. And I don't want to get wrapped up in the cares of this life that I miss that train ticket. And you've got to understand that our lives are so finite, and we have got to be focused on the task at hand. So many people in these past months and weeks have called me wanting just to go off grid with the business that I run. And it blows my mind that scripture about the 5 foolish virgins and the 5 wise virgins. And guys, I may be covering some things I've said here recently, and that's fine. But some things need to be repeated, is because I don't know if I thought this or I said this recently, but the 5 foolish virgins, there's about to be a bunch of people that are going to fall in that category soon, because they've waited and they've waited and they've waited, and they've seen the trickling of the signs coming, and they did nothing about it. And that time's going to hit, and they're going to be wanting it done, or they're wanting to prepare, and it's going to be too late. And there's going to be a lot of people that have prepared and have went on to sleep to await the resurrection. As Daniel said, many of them sleep in the dust there, some to a resurrection of righteousness, some to everlasting damnation. You can find that in the book of Daniel in the proper context and exact wording. I'm just summarizing, but that's just like seeing the Seventh-day Adventist guy. He done a lot of work, get ready for what was to come, and he passed away. And then a friend of mine bought the land, fixed it up, and I told him, now you've entered into his labors. And I would hope that, especially after like I seen with Rob today, that if I passed away, that people would continue the works that I've shared on this channel throughout the years, and you would take that truth and echo it to others. Because this the truths I share on here, they're not trademarked except Trump's Prepper channel. It's like the True Hebrews, the Flat Earth, Father's Calendar, keeping the commandments, all that stuff. Guys, I wish Jens would just copy my content, share it all over. I ain't gonna hit you with a copyright strike on YouTube. I mean, it's so sad to see brothers and sisters that have worked so hard, and I know that they're asleep and waiting their just reward in the last and great day. But I hate it so bad to see the days like this come, because I know hard times are coming. The dark, 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 dark days are coming ahead. And I just hope so badly that, everyone is preparing. Because if you haven't prepared your heart and mind, I'm going to tell you what, it don't matter what physically you've done. Ain't going to mean a hill of beans for what's to come soon, guys. But I'll tell you this, long and short of it, a very sober reflection today is that there is many out here throughout the years that have built a ministry of love, trying their very best to warn each and every one of us, and me warning others as well, that there is going to come a time when a lot of our voices are either quietened because they're in the grave, and we have our time and our hourglass has ran out, or we're going to be in jail or in a FEMA camp, or executed and in the grave waiting our just reward, or hidden and hiding from the New World Order and that which is to come. This I guess this warning also is brought to you in what is it they say? This advertisement's been brought to you on behalf of the New World Order, right? I'm giving you a warning. The New World Order is definitely coming, and is well in build mode right now. So, I mean, like, for those of us that if we are not following them other categories and we have to run to the woods and flee, we will not be on these platforms anymore for you to see, and I'm sure they'll delete our content. So time is finite. And the last thing I will say is that the things and the words that people have said and people have taught and people have shown from the Word, and especially that Rob, with all the work he done with the flat earth, warnings of transhumanism and everything, it's just all the stuff that he's shown people over the years. I would hope that it is took a deep root in people's hearts and minds, and I hope that it wasn't, you took his words in vain and didn't pay attention to them. And same for me and other content creators that's in the truth. I would hope that you have wrote these things on the heart, because I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we are entering some interesting and scary times ahead. Guys, make sure to check out the content over on Odyssey. I'll be going in on the Poke. That's a video I'm going to be doing this week. I got some serious crazy stuff to go in on the Poke over there about that, so do not miss that. And guys, as always, till we see you again here at 7 Trump's Parable Channel, hope Most High Yah Baruch you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, show you favor, and give you shalom, my friends, in Yahushua name.